Hey guys, and welcome back to the World War II Solitaire board game channel and what will hopefully be a legendary playthrough video. As you know, if you watch my channel, I love Warfighter World War II, and of course I love the expansions, and being Finnish, living in Sweden, of course I had to get the Finnish expansions. So here we have expansion number 55, Battle of Raate Road, Finnish 1940. So this is again expansion number 55. This is a standalone battle pack. So the neat thing with this expansion is that you don't need to get any other expansions to enjoy this, and you should actually not mix any other expansions with this one, and you shouldn't mix this one with other expansions. So it's a great way to experience the Finnish front without having to get a bunch of different kind of expansions. So anyway, today we are gonna play a short mission which is called Raid a Motti. And a Motti is basically an enemy encirclement or enemy troops which you have encircled. And Raid a Motti, I will bring up, as usual, I will bring up the cards on the screen for you. We see here that we have 35 resources, which I have already went ahead and spent. I will talk about that in a moment. Our time is 13 turns, so we have went ahead and put the timer here on number 13 on the mission timer. The objective is at location number 4. Our loadout is ±0, so it doesn't change our loadout. It's a raid mission, meaning we're gonna have to get to the objective and then all the way back to the mission card. We will gain 1 extra experience point for each hostile eliminated with a value of 2 or higher. And no more than 1 structure location can be played during this specific mission. The objective we have for today is clear the region, which I felt was fitting since we are doing Raid a Motti. So we're raiding a Motti and we're clearing it. Clear the region, there is no reinforcements, which is good with raid missions. The hostiles value is not very high, and its nature, keep clear 1, hostiles gain +1 cover, that is bad, and environment cold +4 or 4+. But basically every location in this expansion has that cold environment effect. The entrance cost is a little bit high, it's 5. And that is our mission for today and our objective. So now we're going to go ahead and look at my loadout. So I have decided to bring 3 soldiers on this mission, 1 player soldier and 2 squad soldiers. I would like to have 1 more player soldier or perhaps a non-player soldier instead of 2 squads, but it's a short mission with only 35 resource points, so I kind of had to make that choice. So our first soldier is Snell. Snell starts with 1 hardy cold. And he also has the very good skill local knowledge, which is going to let me pay 2 experience points to choose a location card and put it in my hand. So that's just perfect. I have equipped him with the M31 submachine gun, which is a cost of 3. So we're now up to 16 points. Then I have the M32 grenade, and I have 4 of them. So plus 4 points, we're now up to 20 resource points. We have 15 points remaining. I like the cold weather gear because, like I said, we're gonna face a lot of cold environment, and it's gonna slow us down if we don't have this. So you can spend more points on cold weather, but I choose to just spend 2 points. So at the start of the mission, for each resource point you pay, I will pay 2. Allocate a total of 2 hardy to any player soldier, NPS or squad soldiers. So I'm paying 2 resource points, and they're gonna go to each of the squad soldiers. So we're now up to 22 resource points. The next one is going to be Arctic Training. Start with 4 hardy in cold. So for just 1 resource point, I get 4 hardy to Snell. That is well worth it. And as you can see with the Finnish flag here, it can only be used by Finns. The local knowledge we have already spoken about. I have a canteen with me. I think that's a good deal. So we're now up to 24 resource points. So with the remaining 11 points now, we have spent a total of 24 points on our player soldier. With the remaining 11 points, we will get 2 squad soldiers, and I think these squad soldiers are actually really good. The first one is Simo, which has 1 experience as he starts and 1 hardy. His actions are pretty good. He can hit from range 2, 1 and 0, and the further away he is, the better he's gonna do. I'm guessing he's some kind of sniper. And then we have our second squad soldier, which is Lumineva, and he starts with 1 hard. He's not especially good because he can only attack from range 0, so in the same location where he is. But he hits on a 6 or higher, and that's pretty good. He also starts with captured gear. Your team may purchase gear cards having the flags of other nations. So I could use that skill, but I don't have much points. So in this specific game, I will not use that skill. So anyway, these cold weather hardy, which the game lets me put these on any soldier I want. I will put 1 on Simo and 1 on Lumineva. And then I'm going to go ahead and remove the cold weather card because it's just going to take space here there's no need to have it there. The Arctic training starts with 4 hardy, which goes to Snell. And then I'm going to go ahead and remove that card as well. There's no sense of having all these cards here just cluttering up the battlefield, without any reason. Let me move Snell a little bit to the right so I can fit his hand over here. And then we have Simo, and then we have Lumineva, and Lumineva's skill captured gear. I'm also going to go ahead and remove that card because I'm not going to use it. Alright, so that is it. Let's start with the game. So Snell has a health of 5, so we will draw 5 action cards for his starting hand. And no location card. That is really bad luck. That basically means we have wasted a turn. Okay, so that is how it happens sometimes. So I'm going to spend an action to discard. I'm going to save the stay low card. And I'm going to discard these 4 cards. Even though some of them are quite good, I just cannot afford to not draw a location card now. Oh, look at that. 2 location cards. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and discard these location markers and draw 2 location cards. And the locations I draw are Metse and Eskola. And let's see, on my hand now I have Stay Low, Combined Fire, and Move Out. So I've spent 1 action already. I have a card which is free to play. So that could be an idea to play that. Yeah, alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and spend 1 action to play the Escola. Or actually, never mind that, it's free to play. The Escola is a structure. After drawing hostiles for this location, discard any one of those hostiles. Environmental cold +4. Also, we see here that, remember with our mission, we can only, no more than 1 structure location can be played during the mission. So only this one. Okay, so let's draw some hostiles. We have a force value of 35. So we will draw hostiles for a value of 3. And we get shielded rifles, stragglers, and a flanking machine gun. So according to the rule of the Escola, we may discard any one of those hostiles. So of course we're going to go ahead and discard the flanking machine gun. Then we're going to go ahead, the stragglers placed in rearmost. So they are always placed in location with soldiers. And the shielded rifles, they end up here taking cover in the Escola shooting at us. Okay, so let's draw some counters to see who they target. The stragglers target Simo, and the shielded rifles target Snell. Alright. So what do we do now? Alright, we should get rid of the stragglers. There's 2 of those. I think I might waste a grenade this early on. Maybe it's stupid, but I'm gonna do it, okay? So, I don't have to roll my cover die, since the M32 grenade has the 1 penetration value. They have a 2 wing cover, so my D6 is automatically gonna be a 2. However, with the grenade, I need a 7 or higher to be able to hit. So this is an action, and this is going to be my last action with Snell. And, oof, that's rough. I only hit 1, and that's with the 9. The 3 and the 4 are obviously misses. So 1 is suppressed, and 1 is killed. So the grenade can be really great sometimes, but sometimes it's not really that great. Okay, let's see. We have Lumineva. He hits on a 6 or higher. He will need to roll the D6 though, because he will need a 2, since he doesn't have a penetration value. Yes, look at that. 7 and 6. So obviously I didn't tell you, but he was firing at the stragglers, since he can actually only fire at range 0. So he uses his only action for that. I should have used him first. Perhaps I would have been able to take out the stragglers without having to spend that action with Snell. Okay, so this card goes in the discard pile, or let's just put it here in the bottom. And I get 1 experience point for taking that squad out. Okay, so we still have Simo. Simo hits on a 7 on range 1, and he needs to roll a 5 to break these guys' cover. Let's see if I have any good cards I could use. Okay, so I am gonna go ahead and roll. I need a 5 with the D6 and a 7 with the D10. Oh, so first action, unfortunately I missed, or I did hit him, but I didn't break his cover. So he's suppressed, and then I'm gonna go ahead and fire again. And I need the same numbers. Oh man, look at that. I break the cover this time, but I needed a 7. So again, I only suppress, but both of those soldiers are suppressed now, so that's good for me. Good news for me. I'm thinking if I should perhaps move in. That might actually be a good idea. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and play move out. You may perform a move without spending an action. And let's see if I can do this. Okay, and so I'm moving in, and the entrance cost is 4. My movement value is only 2, so I have to discard 2 of my cards, which I'll do. And then as I enter, I pay... no, I can't play Stay Low, because Stay Low needs 2 cards. Okay, so I need to chill a little bit down here, because I need some more cards to do that. Okay, so I'm gonna actually chillax a little bit here, and then we'll do that in the next turn. Okay, so that's the end of my turn. I'm gonna go ahead and reset my action markers. And then it's the enemy turn. There's not going to be a reinforcement draw because there's no reinforcement value on the mission card. There's not going to be an attack because they're suppressed. They cannot move closer because they're suppressed. However, they get to remove 1 suppression token, and then the timer goes up once. Okay, so now I am going to move though. I'm going to go ahead and play the move out card. And move to the Escola without spending an action. And then I'm going to go ahead and I have to discard 2 of my cards. for the entrance cost, because my movement value is only 2. Then I'm going to go ahead and spend 1 action to draw 4 cards, since I have stay low on my hand. And okay, so I have Trailblazing. Perhaps I could use that. Play when you are the first soldier to enter location. After you discard to enter, permanently reduces enter. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and play Trailblazing, which is perfect. It's gonna reduce the cost of entering this location by 2. So that's perfect, because then all of my soldiers are gonna be able to move in without having to pay any entrance cost. And then I'm gonna go ahead and play Stay Low. Permanently treat your location as having a non-reinforcement, and I have to pay 2 cards for doing that. And I'm gonna go ahead and play Overwatch and Clear Orders. Or actually, I'm going to spend the location marker first to get a location card. See if it's a good card. Kiantajärvi. Not sure about that one, guys. Nope. I'm going to discard that. And okay, I'll discard. I'll save the location. Okay, I'll save Overwatch. And then I'll discard these 2 cards. And the discarding is for the price of Stay Low, covered 2. Alright, so I've spent only one action so far with Snell, and that action was to draw 5 more cards. I only have 1 on my hand, so perhaps I should do it again. But we're gonna start by moving in with Simo. So Simo is moving into the Escola. There we go. And then we're also moving in with Lumineva. And remember, these guys would have to pay for the entrance cost, but I did use the Trailblazing card, which is good, because that means I don't have to worry about the cost for them moving in. And now we're going to start firing. There's still 2 of these shielded rifles. However, as you can see here on the shielded rifles, have cover 2 at range 0. So normally they have cover 5, but now only 2, since we are in the same location. So Lumineva is going to start attacking. He needs, let's see, he needs a 6 and a 2 on the D6. So a 6 on the D10, 2 on the D6. That's a bad roll, 1 and 1. Okay, let's see if Simo can do any better. He needs a 2 on the D6 and a 9 on the D10. Oh man, look at that. That's a good roll. 5 and 10. So we managed to kill one of these guys. And I am going to go ahead and fire at them with Snell. He's going to use his M31 SMG. And he's going to use auto. So he's going to get to roll 3d6. 3d10, 1d6. So hopefully we get the 2 on the d6, and then it should be fine. I need a 6 to hit in range 0. Oh. Okay, so we managed with the last die to knock this one over. So we did get the last kill. So this guy is killed. However, we also got a 1, which means unfortunately that we're out of ammo with the M31. So that's a disappointment. But stuff like that happens. And we did manage to kill this guy, so that's perfect. So the shielded rifles are eliminated. And I receive 1 experience point for doing so. And Trailblazing and Stay Low are in effect here, so we're good. We're still good, no problem. We go ahead and reset our action markers, since this is the end of our turn. Whoops. And it's the enemy turn, but the enemies are not going to reinforce, since we have the Stay Low, and everything. The only thing that's going to happen is the timer goes forward. So it's our turn again. We have 11 turns left, so things are looking pretty good. And I am going to go ahead and use my local knowledge now. Pay 2 experience points, so look through the location deck and move any one location into your hand. But before I do that, I'm going to spend 1 action to draw a full hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. And I got just what I was hoping for, a reload. So I'll spend a reload. You may perform a reload without spending an action. So we'll remove that empty clip or empty magazine. Perfect, because now I have 4 cards in my hand. And I will use the local knowledge, pay 2 experience points to look through the location deck and move any one location into your hand. Perfect. So we'll spend 2 experience points here. And I know exactly what card I want. Let's see. Where's the card I want? I guess it's this one. Okay. So, Likorharju. But before we look at that, I'm going to go ahead and reshuffle the location deck as the rules state we should. Okay, so Likorharju. Reinforcements, none. And that is why I want this, because then we're going to have all of these are going to be reinforcements, none. But we're not going to play it yet. 2 actions to play. Nature, elevated, add 1 to player soldier's hand size. So that means we cannot play this card yet. Okay, so let's look at what we want to do. We have another trailblazing here, that's cool. Okay, I am going to go ahead and discard the sniper support as an action and draw 1 more card. And we get combined fire. That's a good card. And the reason why I do that is because we can't do anything else. For the next location I need 2 free actions to actually play it. Okay, so it's the enemy turn again. Nothing's going to happen. Move the timer. And this time we're set to go. My Finnish squad is heading for a Russian Motti to clean up the region. So we play with 2 actions. We play Likorharju with Snell. And now we're going to get some nasty enemies. We're going to get enemies for points. Let's see, hostile value 3249. We're going to get 2 enemy points of enemies. And we get a political commissar. So this guy also brings an event. He is fearless. He has inspire. He can bring reinforcements. He's screened. He adds 1 to the defeat cover and attack rolls of all hostiles. So this is a dangerous enemy, but alone, of course, we can take him. Let's look at the event card which he brings. Sandbags. Attached to random hostile in this location. When attacked, hostile gains +1 cover. Discard if the hostile moves. So he did get sandbags, so he has quite a high cover value now. A cover value of 5. And I can't move in with Snell to take care of him, which is a little bit problematic, because I was hoping to be able to do so. Okay, we're going to have to suppress him then, but that's fine. We can do that. I'm going to go ahead and use Simo. Simo's going to go ahead and suppress him. He's firing, and he needs, on range 1, he needs to fire, let's see, he needs a 7 on the D10. And with his cover of 4 +1 with the sandbags, I'm going to need a 5 with the D6. Oh, look at that. Okay, so that's sweet. I didn't hit him, but I broke his cover. So he's currently suppressed, so he's not going to be any problem for me now. And for his last action, I'm going to go ahead and fire again. Oh, so close. 5-9, so I could have taken him out there, but I wasn't able to. Next time, perhaps. And Lumineva cannot fire, since he is he's currently too far away. He can only fire from range 0. So let's see. No, I don't think I'm going to spend these cards. I'm going to need to spend 2 cards moving in. So I think I'll save these cards then. Okay, so it's going to be the enemy turn. So let's reset our action markers. So enemy turn, he's suppressed. He cannot do anything. There's not going to be any reinforcements because I have the stay low here. Very good card. But his suppression is removed and we move the timer. So we only have 9 turns remaining. But I think we can do this. So I spend one action moving in to Likorharju. Let's see that I don't forget anything. Fearless, Inspire, Reinforcement, and the reinforcements there is not going to be used as he's suppressed. Screen by, add one to the defeat cover. Okay, we're good. I have to spend 2 cards now because the cost of moving in is 2. So I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 snapshots. And you know what? I've actually, embarrassingly enough, forgotten something. And that is, I forgot to roll the environmental effect here, which is cold +4. And I've forgotten to do that for 1 turn. So we're going to do that now. Sorry about that. So all of them need to roll 4 or higher. And this is going to be for the last turn. So Snell, he makes it. Simo, he makes it. And Lumineva, he also makes it. And for this turn, Snell started over there. So he's going to have to do it all again. And he rolls a 4. So he's good. And then we'll do Simo, so we don't forget. And he makes it. And Lumineva, come on, dude. Yep, he also makes it. You know, my guys are Finnish, so what did you expect? Let me see that my camera is focusing good here. Yep. All right, so we're good to go. So sorry about that. You have to do the environmental. I keep forgetting that because I played the basic game, Warfighter World War II Tactical Combat Card Game, which is awesome. And the basic game doesn't have that environmental effect. So it's very easy to forget. Anyway, that's what happens sometimes. So we have moved in now here. We have spent 2 cards doing so and also spent an action. And now we're going to go ahead and again play Trailblazing. So we play Trailblazing to this area. And that means it's going to cost less to enter it for my other troops. However, Simo is going to stay where he is. And Lumineva is going to spend 1 action moving in. However, he does that for free since his movement value is 2 and I have the Trailblazing card over here. Okay, so let's see what we want to do. We want to get rid of the political commissaire for sure. So we're going to fire with Lumineva first. He still needs a 5. That's a really hard... We actually forgot to draw the target counter. He's going to target number 2, which is Simo. So this guy certainly is annoying. But we don't have to care about him too much, as long as we suppress him. So Lumineva fires. He needs a 6 with the D10 and a 5 with the D6. At least we suppress him. That's good enough. And with my last action, I'm actually going to go ahead and draw 4 new cards. And we're actually going to draw 5 new cards. Since we have played Likorharju, add 1 to player soldier's hand size. So we have +1 to our hand size because of that card. So we get some cool cards here. Most of them, however, we are going to go ahead and spend. We're going to go ahead and spend just to move. And then we have Simo left. Simo's going to take a few shots here at the officer. He needs a 7 with the D10. And a 5 with the D6. Miss. 1 more chance, buddy. You can do it. He breaks cover, but he does not hit him, unfortunately. Okay, that is the end of my turn. We're gonna go ahead and clear these up. There we go. And it's the enemy turn. Nothing happens. There's no reinforcements here. There's no reinforcements here due to the stay low card. And then the only thing that happens is his suppression is removed. And let's see, the timer moves to 8. Okay, so let's see what we want to do. I'm gonna use Lumineva to fire at the political commissaire. Again, he needs a 5 with the D6, a 6 with the D10. Oh, look at that! Man! A 6 and a 10. The political commissaire is done. He has a value of 3, so normally he would give us 3 experience points, but now he's actually going to give us 4. since the Raate Motti eliminate each hostile eliminated with a value of +2 gives 1 extra experience points. Very cool. So the sandbags are removed, and we only have trailblazing left here. Okay, so I am gonna go ahead and activate the objective now. So we remove the inactive marker, and now we're gonna draw hostiles. We're gonna draw hostiles for a value of 3. And we draw the armored car, but it's a very dangerous opponent, but it doesn't matter because it has the overkill. So I think perhaps I have to check the key card. Yeah, so I was right. So if you draw that armored car and it exceeds the hostile value, you should actually discard it. So we're lucky there, but we still need to draw 3 points of hostiles. We have stragglers, which will be placed in rearmost. And we have a lone soldier. Oh man. And we have tank descents, so quite dangerous opponents. But if I can just get these guys, then I'm going to be home stretch, because there's not going to be any reinforcements here in any other place at all. So the rearmost hostiles are placed over here at the Escola, together with Simo. And then these guys are placed over here. So we need to draw some target counters for stragglers first. Targeting Simo, that's not good. Lone soldier. And tank descents. Alright. Okay, so let's see how we want to deal with this situation. It's not good that these guys are targeting Simo. But anyway, he's going to go ahead and target. He's going to fire at them, since he will most likely suppress them, since they have a 2 in defense value. So he needs a 9 to hit with the D10 though. Oh man, look at that. Are you serious? 6 and 9. So he actually kills one of them. I'm telling you, man, these Finnish soldiers. Okay, one more shot at the stragglers. Oh man, look at that. He got him. He got him. 10 and 4. Okay, so stragglers are out. I never thought that would happen. But Timo is a super soldier. He snipes the 2 stragglers, and he gains 1 experience point from doing so. Also, before we move on, we have to do something. Remember, we have to do the environmental code. You should do that in the beginning of the turn. So let's check for Timo. In the Scola, he needs to roll 4 or higher. And he rolls a 2, so he would be suppressed normally. But luckily, he has these hardy counters, so I'll just discard one of them, and we're good. It's going to be tougher for us because we're in a really cold environment. Cold 8+, so we need to roll 8 or higher. We'll start with Snell. He rolls a 7, so he has to discard 1 or take a suppression. And then we have Loimeneva. He also needs to roll 8 or higher. He rolls 10, so he's good to go. Okay, let's see what we want to do now then. Okay, I think I'm gonna move in with Snell. So I'm going to go ahead and move in with Snell, spending 1 action doing so. And let's see here. I need to discard 3 cards moving in. 2. Which card should I get rid of? Okay, so I'll get rid of these 3 cards. Paying for my entrance fee. And let's see, I want to get Loimeneva in here too, but perhaps it's smarter to stay with him. These guys are going to move towards him and try to take him out. So maybe it's smarter to leave them be. I'm not sure. Tough nut. I'm gonna throw a grenade at these guys to start with at the tank essence. So they have a cover value of 3. The grenade has a penetration value of 1, so I need a 2 with the D6 and a 7 or higher with my D10. That's a bad grenade. I'm usually not very lucky with grenades. I do get 1 kill and 2 suppressions. Alright. And I think with... Actually, I think with Loimeneva, I'm thinking I'm gonna actually retreat and kind of draw the lone soldiers towards me. So I'll move back instead. I don't have to pay anything. I'll just have to spend 1 action since we have the Trailblazing card. And that's also a better location for me considering the environmental cold +4. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And that is the end of my turn. Let's discard this grenade. So we're gonna go ahead and reset our action markers. There we go. And it's going to be the enemy turn now. And they're actually going to get to do some firing. Because they have the lone soldier here. So he's going to go ahead and... Oh, actually he can't. Because he's not within range. He has a range of 0 to 1. And this guy here is 2 spaces away. And these guys can't fire because they're suppressed. So what's going to happen now is, and there's not going to be any reinforcements because the reinforcements value is none. So these guys are going to move out. They're moving towards Loimeneva. And these guys are simply going to remove 1 suppression token and then we'll move up the mission timer. And that's the end of the enemy turn. So you guessed it, man. I'm going to go ahead and throw grenades at these guys. Because that is my mission. At the end of my player turn, if this objective is clear of enemies, I win and I can start my escape mission. So again, I need a 2 in the D6, 7 with the D10. Okay, that went better. I hit with the 8 and the 10, and then I break their cover as well. So these guys are now dead. So they have a value of 2, so that's going to give me 2 experience points plus 1 because of the +1 because of my of the mission. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and play a card now. We're gonna go ahead and play combined fire, and we're gonna upgun that with 1 of our experience points, and that all soldiers add 2 to their range attack rolls during this soldier turn. We'll start by firing with Simo. He needs a 7 to hit and 3 to break cover. But now he only actually needs a 5 to hit since we have combined fire. And we roll a 9 and a 3. So that lone soldier is taken out. And that is going to be pretty much a victory for me now. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is... I'm unsure about if I am allowed to retreat now or not. Because keep clear only specifies that you should keep this card clear of enemies. But I cannot see any reason why I would not be able to retreat. However, I do think I have again forgotten to roll for the environment. So I'm gonna do that again. So Snell needs to roll a 4. All of them needs to roll a 4. So Snell is okay. Simo needs a 4. He rolls a 3, so he loses 1 hardy. So he goes from 2 to 1. Lumineva also needs a 4. And he rolls a 2, so he now goes from 3 hardy to 2 hardy. So we're still good. Anyway, I think that should be legal. So I'm going to go ahead and move back. And that's alright, because we have the Trailblazing, so I don't have to pay anything. I do although have to spend an action moving back. And then I am going to go ahead and move back to the mission card with these guys as well. Spending 1 action doing so. And that is the end of my turn. So let's go ahead and reset these action markers. And nothing happens, we only move the timer. But now the next turn, I'm gonna get to it in a moment. Just first, let's start by rolling environment. These guys don't roll for environment since they are on the mission card. This guy needs to roll an 8 or higher. That's Snell. He rolls a 5, so his hardy goes from 4 to 3. He spends one action moving to the Escola. And that's the end of my turn. And my turn, let's just draw cards. I need to draw 4 cards to get up to my hand of 6. Remember, I have a +1 because of that terrain. So that's the end of my turn. So it's the next turn and we're in the Escola. We roll and we get a 9. We need a 4 or higher to survive the cold. So we do good. I spend my last action here and move back to the mission card, and we have successfully raided a Motti. We have moved all the way to this region. We have cleared it and we have moved back. And that, my friends, are Warfighter WWII Expansion number 55, the Battle of Raate Road. I hope you enjoyed this video. Next time we're going to do a new mission. Next time we are going to do, let's see, we're going to do halt the enemy column. So that is going to be a 4-to-1 resource and location number 5 with a time of only 9. So that's quite an interesting mission. So stay tuned to the channel. If you're not subscribed, I do recommend you to do so now, so you don't miss out on any future videos. Again, guys, thank you very much for watching. See you next time.